All right, so today we are taking a look at the 3-in-1 electric car jack. Now, this car jack was sent to me at no charge for this review, and in this review, I want to show you two ways to power this, and then I also want to show you the options that are available on the jack itself. I want to jack up a regular passenger car, and then we're going to move over to a 1-ton dually, and we're going to jack that as well. So on the jack itself, you do have a 3-in-1 jack. So you've got the jack, which extends up to 17 inches in 2 minutes. You have a power cord in the back and a power cord here that you can either connect to your cigarette lighter or you can connect it to your battery, and we're going to show you both options here today. So on this car here, we're going to go from the battery to power our jack, and then in the next vehicle, we're going to use the cigarette lighter to power it there. So you've got the 5-ton jack that elevates to 17 inches in 2 minutes. You also have a light on the front if you happen to be stranded in the dark and you needed that extra light. You've got the light, and then you've also got an air compressor on the side, and you can fill up a tire if you happen to have a low tire. Now, for today's demonstration, all we're going to do is jack the car, and we're also going to remove the lug nuts because this does come with a impact driver. Now, this impact driver is 480 Newton meters, which means it's about 350 foot-pounds. And so I don't think you're going to have any trouble taking off the lug nuts, and we're going to see if we can't get that done here today. They do give you a pair of gloves, and then they also do give you a window breaker and then a seatbelt cutter. If you happen to be stranded in your vehicle, like maybe you're upside down, then you can retrieve this from your glove box or from wherever you may have this stored nearby, and then you can break a window or you can cut your seatbelt in order to get out. Now, they do also come with 2 sockets, and I want to show you these sockets if you would come in close, because they do have 2 sockets, but they are 4 sizes. So this is actually a 17 millimeter and then a 19 millimeter. And you can see the 2 sizes here, 17 and then 19 right here. And then on this one, we've got a 21 and a 23. 21 here, 23 here. You can see that. And then it's got that 1/2-inch drive connector right there in the center. So I'm going to show you how to use all of this. And it, too, is going to be powered by either your cigarette lighter or by your battery. So what we want to do for you today is get this thing powered up and show you how it can remove the lug nuts and how it can jack up a passenger car. So we're just going to go to the battery, negative to negative, positive to positive. And you can see right here, we do have power to it. And you can see the light came on already. So we got our power button here for our light. Then we've also got our air compressor right here. We don't have that connected to a tire, so there's no sense in using that. And then we've got our jack. Now, all you're going to do is push the up button, and then you notice this button right here. If you push it forward, that's going to be the air compressor. If you push it back, it's going to be your jack. Get back, jack. You see how that works? There we go. So what we're going to do first is go ahead and we're going to jack up this car, get this tire elevated. Again, this is going to go 17 inches in 2 minutes. So I'm just going to slide this underneath my frame. I got it up. You can see that it is elevated off the ground now, but it does not have an automatic stop, so you've got to stop it yourself. We have plenty of space here to work with it, to pull that tire off, put a new tire on, do whatever we need to do. Now that the tire is up, I can go ahead and disconnect it from the jack, and I can connect it to my impact driver. We don't have to worry about those 4-ways. We don't have to worry about that jack handle. We don't have to worry about twisting that 4-way, nothing like that. We can just set this underneath the car, jack it up, no trouble. So we want to find the correct size of lug nut here, and I think we're good to go. And then we've also got an L and a T, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So left loose, right tight. It too has a flashlight on the front of it, so you can use that in the dark if you needed to. So what we want to do first is we want to loosen it. So we're going to hit our left button. Just like that. Got the lug nut off. Now we're not going to remove the entire tire. You can hear the impact getting that snug down. Just want to make sure that it's able to take these lug nuts off. Now, what I like about this is that you've got constant power. If you were using a cordless impact driver, if it didn't have enough Newton meters or enough foot-pounds to break that lug nut loose, you're going to run your battery down. Now, of course, we could run the battery down in the car, but if we just start the car, then we got the alternator to charge that battery, no trouble. One more lug nut here, we'll try that. Boy, I don't think I had that one tight to begin with. Now, of course, you do want to make sure that you go back and these are all torqued down to specs. Once you get your tire off and changed and get those lug nuts back on there nice and tight, then you can disconnect your impact driver and connect your jack to it again. And then you can go ahead and lower it. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is take it over to my 1-ton dually. As I said, this is a 5-ton jack, and so obviously it's going to lift up a passenger car. We want to see if it's going to do the dually, and we also want to use the cigarette lighter to power it this time. Okay, so just like the passenger car, we're going to go underneath the frame on the dually. And what I do want you to take note of is the clearance level here. This is really high up, and so we're going to need that full 17 inches of this jack in order to get this tire jacked up. We got a really good solid platform here, and this is a no-slip platform. Now, one thing I want you to remember is that when it gets it jacked up, you're going to have to stop the jack because it does not have an automatic stop to it. As you can see, I have clearance with the tires. And there you can see the jack lifting the vehicle up. And then to lower it, we're just going to push our down button right here. If you do happen to be changing a tire out on the road, you do also have the reflective triangle so that people are aware that there is a car on the side of the road, just for your own safety. So super nice to have that. So when everything is all said and done here, you have plenty of room to store this back in the case, and then you can put it into your trunk, keep it stored away nice and neat. Everything has its place, and everything should be in its place. And if you're looking for a really nice jack, you don't have the strength to pump up a hand jack, or you don't have the power to turn a 4-way to take the lug nuts off, this 3-in-1 electric jack with a 5-ton weight capacity is definitely one that would help you out.